Thanksgiving is a time when people get together. It's also a time when creepy things happen. Now, this story takes place in eastern Tennessee. There was this man named Alan. Alan said when he was young, he remembered being at his grandfather's. And so one day, this man came over to his grandfather's house. He was dressed in all black with these snake cowboy boots and this jewelry and this huge necklace that had an amulet on it. And said his grandfather told him, "Go to your room right now." So he went into his room, but he eavesdropped on his grandfather and this man's conversation. And this man began saying to his grandfather, "If you ever cross me, if you ever do anything wrong, I have the ability to turn into something else. I can become an animal, and I will come after you." Now, he thought this conversation was very strange, but after many years, he forgot about it. Fast forward several years down the road, he goes back to his grandfather's house for Thanksgiving. Now, all the adults, they are cooking food, they're talking, and so him and his cousin Jimmy, they decide they're going to go out in the woods and play. So they go into the woods behind his grandfather's house. As they're going out the door, his grandfather grabs them and says, "Hey, you boys be careful out there. If you see something, if you hear something, you run back to the house." And they said, "Okay, Grandpa." They didn't know why he was telling them that, as if he was scared of something. So they make their way into the woods, and they go pretty deep. It's about an hour now since they've left the house, and they find themselves very far in this forest. That's when they come across this very old cabin. It is run down, it is overgrown, and it looks like it's been there for a very long time. So they go inside, they open the door, and when they enter into this place, the first thing that they notice is there's food on the table. There's clothes hanging up. There are personal items. And there is a stack of these fur pelts of various different animals. So Alan says to Jimmy, "I think that someone lives here. Like someone is staying at this place. I don't think we should be here. Like we need to leave." And Jimmy's like, "Yeah, you're right. Let's get out of here." So they go out the door, they get on the porch, and they run off towards the woods. But they are stopped in their tracks because standing outside of this cabin, about 15 feet away, is this very large deer. And it is staring directly at them. Well, they're both confused because normally deers in this area would be spooked and they'd run off. But this deer stood its ground. And they both got a very bad feeling about this animal. So they took off running as fast as they could, all the way back to their grandfather's house. Well, they go inside, they eat dinner, and after a couple hours, they kind of forget about what happened. Later that night, they are asleep in one of the bedrooms. And Jimmy is sitting there talking to Alan. And he's like, "Hey, that was kind of weird, that deer we seen earlier." And he's like, "Yeah, I I don't know where like it came from. It just came out of nowhere."